Now, my family, the late Princess Diana told us of her suffering inside the royal family, inside the institution. My family, she told us about her struggles inside the royal family. But there's something that she also said. She said that my family, when she was a guest, she was treated very, very nicely. However, when she joined the royal family, things changed. In her words, positions changed. And my family, today we ask this question. What changes when one joins the royal family? When one joins the institution? What makes Charles, who my family, even by Harry's very own account, he says that Charles initially, he loved Meghan. He loved hearing her. Harry tells us that Charles and Meghan bonded. Then what changes until years later, my family, Charles calls Harry, telling him, don't bring Meghan to Balmoral, while abusing Harry's wife Meghan. What changes? Today, that is the question we ask. But first, I want to remind you exactly what Diana said, my family, while being a part of the institution of what she went through, my family. Please kindly hear Diana's very own words, my family.
Charles' family, they liked me. They're very good to me. When I was a guest. What's up? We used to change around. A daughter-in-law. Positions changed. Family, they liked me. They're very good to me. When I was a guest. What's up? We used to change around. A daughter-in-law. Positions changed.
My family, you have heard Diana's very own words. Now my family, hear it again.
Family, they liked me. They're very good to me. When I was a guest. What's up? We used to change around. A daughter-in-law. Positions changed.
My family, I'm sorry about the audio quality, but really it is the best that I could be able to get. It is the best that I could be able to get, my family. Now, my family, you've heard Diana's very own words on what she said, my family. My family, she says that Charles' family, they liked her, that they were very good to Diana when Diana was a guest. She was asked, what does that mean? It means everything changed when Diana became a daughter-in-law. My family. And she says, positions changed. Positions changed. So my family, why? Why? Today, we seek to try and answer that question. Why do things change when someone joins the royal family? Why do things change when someone joins the royal family? Why do things change, my family? Now, my family, I'll refer to Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, my family, whereby, my family, Harry tells us of, first of all, when things began to change. It began with Charles saying, you know what, is Meghan going to continue acting? My family, I'll start right there, so that we can all both try to answer this question. Why? Why do things change when, my family, when you join the royal family, when Diana joins the royal family, when Meghan joins the royal family? What changes? What changes, my family? Now here is what Prince Harry said, my family, in his memoir, Spare. Now, my family, Charles asked Harry, does Meghan want to keep on acting? Oh, I don't know. I would not think so. I expect that she want to be with me, doing the job, which would rule out Suits, since they film in Toronto. I see. Well, darling boy, you know that there is not enough money to go around. I stared. What was he banging on about? He explained, or tried to. I can't pay for anyone else. I'm already having to pay for your brother and Catherine. I flinched. Something about his use of the name Catherine. I remembered the time he and Camilla wanted Kate Middleton to change the spelling of her name because there are already 2 royal ciphers with a C and a crown above, Charles and Camilla. It would be too confusing to have another. Make it Catherine with a K, they suggested. I wonder now what came of that suggestion. I turned to Willie, gave him a look that said, you listening to this? His face was blank. Pa did not financially support Willie and me and our families out of any largesse. That was his job. That was the whole deal. We agreed to serve the monarch, go wherever we were sent, do whatever we were told, surrender our autonomy, keep our hands and feet inside the gilded cage at all times, and in exchange, the keepers of the cage agreed to feed and clothe us. Was Pa, with all his millions from the hugely lucrative Duchy of Cornwall, trying to say that our captivity was starting to cost him a bit too much? Besides which, how much could it possibly cost to house and feed Meg? I wanted to say, she does not eat much, and I'll ask her to make her own clothes, if you like. It was suddenly clear to me that this was not about money. Pa might have dreaded the rising cost of maintaining us, but what he really could not stomach, my family, please kindly hear this, because Harry is explaining exactly where the problem is. Harry is telling us where the problem is. What is Charles' problem? Harry is telling us what his problem is, my family. And my family, please kindly hear Harry's explanation. It had nothing to do with money. Harry says what Charles could not stomach was someone new dominating the monarchy, grabbing the limelight, someone shiny and new coming in and overshadowing him. And Camilla, he lived through that before and had no interest in living through it again. And I could not deal with any of that right now. I had no time for petty jealousies and palace intrigue. I was still trying to work out exactly what to say to Granny, and the time had come. My family, that is what Prince Harry said. So my family, Harry is saying the reason as to why Charles is changing, the reason as to why Charles is behaving like this towards Meghan is out of jealousy. He tells us it's because Charles is jealous of someone new coming in and claiming the spotlight. That is what makes Charles so jealous. And that's why the man, my family, even Harry, in his own memoir, he said they bonded with Meghan. My family, that person began turning on Meghan out of jealousy. And my family, I want to go right exactly to where Prince Harry speaks about Charles bonding with Meghan, my family. I feel like this part is very, very important, my family. You know, Harry's words is extremely important, and my family, we must get to the bottom of this, my family. You know, what makes Charles change from someone who loves Meghan, adores Meghan, into someone who insults Meghan when calling Harry, my family, telling him, don't bring Meghan to Balmoral. What makes Charles change? My family, kindly hear what Harry tells us, because we must get to the bottom of this, my family. My family, Prince Harry says this anecdote, my family. Prince Harry says this anecdote. The Sun tabloid ran a correction for their porn story in a tiny box on page 2 where no one would see it. What did it matter? The damage had been done. Plus, it cost Meg tens of thousands of dollars in legal fees. I rang Pa yet again. Don't read it, darling boy. I cut him off. I wasn't about to hear that nonsense again. Also, I wasn't a boy anymore. I tried a new argument. I reminded Pa that this was the same shoddy, my family, let me just say tabloids, who had been portraying him as a clown all his life, ridiculing Charles for sounding the alarm about climate change. These were his tormentors, his bullies, and now they were tormenting and bullying his son and his son's girlfriend. Did that not inspire his outrage? Harry says of how he pleads with Charles. Why have I got to beg you, Pa? Why is this not already a priority for you? Why is this not causing you anguish, keeping you up at night? That the press are treating Meghan like this. You adore her. You told me so yourself. You bonded over your shared love of music. You think that she is funny and witty and impeccably mannered. You told me so. Why, Pa? Why? Harry says, I could not get a straight answer. The conversation went in circles. And when we hung up, I felt abandoned. My family. Now, my family, Prince Harry told Harry, Meghan is impeccably mannered. So how do we go from there to Meghan is a bully? To the palace, my family, lying to the public, saying that Meghan is a bully. Right before the Oprah interview with Harry and Meghan, when Meghan and Harry were about to share the story about their painful experiences inside the institution. How does that change, my family? How does that change from impeccably mannered to Meghan is a bully? And my family, once again, Harry was not accused of anything before the Oprah interview with Harry and Meghan. It was Meghan. It was Meghan who was targeted. It was Harry's pregnant wife who was targeted, my family. Who was being targeted by the royal family and the press. It was the mother of Harry's son, who was carrying a child after suffering a miscarriage, my family. Why? Why do things change? As Diana said, positions changed when my family, Diana, joined the royal family. Positions changed. My family, as Diana also said, Charles is a very proud man. He wants the spotlight on him. and is jealous about anyone else getting the spotlight if it is not him. He is very envious. He is very, very jealous. My family. And Harry also goes right ahead to tell us what happened when Meghan approached Camilla Parker Bowles, because this part is also very, very interesting, because we have to get to the bottom of this, my family. We have to get to the bottom of what changes when Meghan joined the royal family, or what happens when Diana joined the royal family, of how things change. Why? Why do things change? Why are they targeted? Why are they abused, my family? You know, for Diana, when she was a guest, they treated her so well. When she married Charles, things changed. They began treating her poorly and appallingly. Same thing also with Meghan. As Harry says, Charles adored Meghan. She said, Charles told Meghan, told Harry about Meghan, that she is impeccably mannered, has good manners. When he met Meghan, when Meghan was a guest. My family. But then, years later, after Meghan joined the royal family, Charles himself would participate in the smear campaign against Harry and Meghan, in the leaking and planting of negative stories against Meghan Markle. My family, hear what happened when Meghan approached Camilla. Meghan, meanwhile, reached out to Camilla, who tried to cancel her by saying that this was just what the press always did to newcomers, that it would all pass in due time, that Camilla had been the bad guy once. And the implication being what? Now it was Meg's turn, as if it were apples to apples. Camilla had an affair with Charles. Meghan had no affairs, my family. Meghan was dating Prince Harry and married Prince Harry. Harry and Meghan fell in love. No one was hurt. No one was cheated on, my family. When Meghan and Harry were going out together, my family, they simply fell in love. No affairs, my family. No affairs happened. No affairs happened. Unlike what happened between Camilla and Charles. My family, basically, Camilla and Charles had an affair. Charles cheated on Diana, my family. Constantly. My family, so Camilla told Meghan this. She suggested to Meghan that Harry becomes Governor General of Bermuda. Meaning she wants Harry gone. And she says that will solve all our problems by removing us from the red hot center of the maelstrom. Right, I thought. And one added bonus of that plan would be to get us out of the picture. My family. My family. So Camilla says, you know what? Harry can become the Governor General of Bermuda. And he should leave. Camilla Parker Bowles. Well, my family, you only need to use your basic common sense to understand what is happening here. They're jealous of Harry and Meghan's rising popularity by family. And they want to dim that light. Dim Harry and Meghan's stuff on my family. And even, let's use Camilla Parker Bowles, analogy, my family. Meghan and Harry no longer live in Britain. They live in the US. They live in the US. Not in Britain. Irregardless of the fact that Harry and Meghan don't live in the UK, that they live in the US, irregardless of that, still you are having UK media pay paps to harass, hound Harry and Meghan. And we saw exactly what happened when Harry and Meghan went to New York City. Last time they were there, when Meghan was receiving the Women of Vision Award My Family, we saw what happened. Daily Mail and other UK tabloids paid so much money to paps to find out the location of where Harry and Meghan were staying while in New York, because at the time they did not stay in a hotel. So Daily Mail wanted to find out where is it that Harry and Meghan were staying, and they offered so much money because Harry, Meghan and Doria came together. And so they believed, since Harry and Meghan are not staying in a hotel, they must be staying at a private residence, meaning that there is a possibility that they brought their kids, Archie and Lilibet, with them. And my family, we all know that tabloids want that photo of Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet. So my family, they offered top dollar. Top dollar. Number one, find out where Harry and Meghan are staying. Number two, find out if they have brought their kids. Find out, who is the owner of that residence that they are staying in. And so much money was offered that paps just could not leave Harry and Meghan alone, my family. So they harassed Harry and Meghan wherever they went. And Daily Mail and Daily Express, two UK tabloids, had photos of Harry and Meghan in a taxi. So my family, regardless of the fact that Harry and Meghan have removed themselves, fled Britain, regardless of that, still they are being harassed. Still, they are being hounded by the UK tabloid press. Regardless of the fact that Harry and Meghan have fled Britain. So my family, even using Camilla's idea, still, the tabloids clearly won't let go of Harry and Meghan. They just won't. And even right now, have not, my family. Even right now, they have not let go of Harry and Meghan. And even when Harry and Meghan was stepping back as senior members of the royal family itself should have said that, you know what? We are okay with Harry and Meghan leaving. That's what they should have done. I mean, Camilla did say, you know what? Harry should go and be the Governor General of Bermuda. But you know what? Harry is now leaving for Canada with Meghan. At the time, that's where Harry and Meghan were going. So that was the moment for the royal family to say that, you know what? We fully approve of Harry and Meghan's move to Canada. But the royal family did not do that. They did not do that. Because they have an interest in seeing Harry and Meghan being painted as the villains in this story. They have an interest in seeing this negative press being directed towards Harry and Meghan, because in exchange, they themselves got good press. Like William, like Kate, like Charles, like Camilla. My family, jealousy. Jealousy, jealousy, jealousy. My family, we also moved to Prince William. Harry tells us, first of all, my family, that William, he had a cold. William was suffering from a cold. That's what Prince Harry tells us, my family. And there is something so kind that Meghan did for Prince William. There is something so kind that Meghan did for Prince William. And that is what I want to speak about. Because we must try and understand what changes. What changes? My family, here's what Harry tells us. What Meghan did for Prince William family. What Meghan did for Prince William. Meghan showed William kindness. Please kindly also hear this, my family, and I quote. I took a ring from Meghan's jewelry box and gave it to a designer so he'd know her size. And since he was also the keeper of Mommy's bracelets, earrings, and necklaces, I asked him to harvest the diamonds from one particularly beautiful bracelet of Mommy's and use those to create a ring. I cleared all this in advance with Willie. I asked my brother if I could have the bracelet and told him what it was for. I don't recall him hesitating for 1 second in giving it to me. He seemed to like Meg, despite his oft-cited concerns. Kate seemed to like her too. We'd had them over for dinner during one of Meg's visits, and Meg cooked, and everything was good. Willie had a cold. He was sneezing and coughing. And Meg ran upstairs to get him some of her homeopathic cure oils. Oregano oil, turmeric. He seemed charmed, moved, though Kate announced to the table that he'd never ever take such unconventional remedies. We talked about Wimbledon that night and Suits, and Willie and Kate were not brave enough to admit to being super fans, which was sweet. You know? And the only possibly discordant note I could think of was the marked difference in how the two women dressed, which both of them seemed to notice. Meg, ripped jeans, barefoot. Kate, done up to the nines. No big deal, I thought. You know? So my family, what changes? What changes? What makes Prince William go to Prince Harry, trying to turn Harry against Meghan, my family? Because that happened after Harry and Meghan got married, where William stormed in to Northcote and tried to turn Harry against Meghan. And when he could not do that, he physically assaulted Harry, telling him, don't tell Meg what happened here. So my family, what changes? My family, as Diana said, positions changed. Positions changed. Positions changed. My family. When Meghan, married Prince Harry, my family, the star power became so huge, so immense. And that's not how it's supposed to be. Even as Harry said, in the Harry and Meghan docu-series, that if you're lower in the line of succession, it means that whoever even is coming in, let's say Meghan, you are supposed to be the supporting act. But then Harry and Meghan get married, and then huge crowds whenever they go on tour, whenever they go on walkabouts, and William and Kate Middleton don't get that much crowd as Harry and Meghan get. What happens? Jealousy. They get jealous. And what do? They orchestrate a smear campaign against Meghan Markle. That is what they do. My family. That is what they do to Meghan Markle, my family. And it's also wrong what they put Meghan through. The suffering that Meghan went through my family, has been so much my family. But also, the thing is, even before Harry and Meghan got married, William was so opposed to Harry and Meghan getting married. Don't forget also what Thomas Markle told us, whereby he said that there was a plot to stop Harry and Meghan's wedding. And my family, his only link to the palace is Jason North, who issued a statement against Meghan with William's approval. My family, let me tell you what happened when Harry went to William because of the negative press. Here's what happened. In desperation, I went to Willie. I took advantage of the first quiet moment I'd had with him in years, the end of August 2017 at Althorp, 20th anniversary of Mommy's death. We rowed the little boat out to the island. The bridge had been removed to give my mother privacy, to keep intruders away. We each had a bouquet of flowers, which we set on the grave. We stood there a while, having our own thoughts, and then we talked about life. I gave him a quick summary of what Meg and I had been dealing with. Don't worry, Harold. No one believes that stuff. Not true. They do. It is drip-fed to them day by day, and they come to believe it without even being aware. So my family, this tells me that William knew that the palace were lying about Meghan Markle. He knew that. He knew that fully well. But he would tell Harry, no one believes that stuff. And I agree. No one with common sense believes that stuff. However, there are people who, whenever they see this relentless propaganda, my family, they begin to believe it. As Harry also is saying, my family. And my family, Harry then says this. William did not have a satisfying answer for that, so we were silent. Then he said something extraordinary. He said he thought Mommy was here, meaning among us. Yes, me too, Willie. I think she's been in my life, Harold, guiding me, setting things up for me. I think she's helped me to start a family, and I feel as though she's helping you now too. I nodded, totally agree. I feel as though she helped me find Meg. Willie took a step back. He looked concerned. That seemed to be taking things a bit far. So why is it okay for William to say, Mommy helped him, start a family with Kate? But it ain't okay for Harry to say, Mommy helped him find Meg. How is that not okay? Jealousy. If you can recall from what Harry told us, my family, Harry told us that when he would tell William, you know what, I look forward to the day that, I join you with a partner of my own, you and Kate Middleton, and do the job together. William would respond, Harold, that might never happen, and you must be okay with that. A brother telling his brother, you know what, you have to be okay with being unhappy, with being miserable. Because sadly, the fate of the spare was written. The spare is supposed to be miserable, while the heir benefits from the misery of the spare. Harry's fate was written. And all this anger you see out there is because that fate has not been realized. My family, that's why you see them so desperate to imply that, you know what, Harry misses his life back in Britain. And yet, from what Harry himself has said here, my family, this is not a life to miss. My family, Harry did say, you know what, I could miss, those awkward family gatherings. That's what I could meet my family. I could miss, as Harry said, my family. But what he can never ever miss is UK media bullying, abuse, and incitement of hate from my family that they have done towards him, Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet, Diana, my family. That Harry has been very, very vocal about, whereby Harry himself has said, it's okay if you say stuff about me. I know it's not true, but my wife, my son, my daughter, I can't be okay with that. I draw a line when you incite hate against my wife and kids. Harry has been vocal in saying that my family. So my family, basically, you see UK media being so desperate to ensure they spare against the fate he was supposed to give my family. A fate of being miserable, unhappy, being unloved, losing the person he loves. You know? Constantly them demanding that Harry abandons, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. Our father abandons his wife and kids, my family. It's so wrong even to hear it, my family. It's so wrong. William has his own kids. Charles, my family, all of us can admit he's a failed father. He's a failed father. So why should Harry be a failed father like Charles? Why should Harry be a failed husband like Charles and William? Why? 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 Why should Harry give up the woman he loves to go and follow William and Charles around? Why? You only live once. And I know some people would love it to see Harry just performing for them. Be an instrument of entertainment for them, my family. Even I've heard it really from some individuals like Perez Hilton, my family, who spoke to a Murdoch-owned publication, saying that, Harry should go back to Britain because he wants stories. He wants entertainment. He wants to be entertained. He feels bored. So my family, Harry is not there to be an instrument or an object of entertainment or amusement for the UK media. Harry is a father. Harry is a husband. And my family, he owes nothing to William, Charles, Kate, Camilla. He owes everything to Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet. So my family, it's high time these racist tablets leave Harry and Meghan alone and understand this, that Harry as a family, as a father, as a husband, his obligation, his duty is to his family, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. Make no mistake whatsoever about that. Harry's duty and the responsibility is towards Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet. And that is a fact. So my family, clearly William was opposed to seeing Harry happy. Very opposed to that. Seeing Harry thriving. Harry getting married to the woman he loves. If the girl was angry that Harry was allowed to keep his beard for his wedding by the Queen, imagine how he felt that Harry was being allowed to marry the person he loves. One can't forget that when Harry said that royals don't marry for love, the first thing that tabloids said that Harry was making a dig to William and Kate because they know these two don't love each other. No wonder even my family, clearly, they rarely go out on engagements together, my family. Because they don't. My family, that marriage, to me, Felix, it's over really. But clearly, it can be over on paper. But it's over, my family. And they only come out whenever they have to portray that, you're very much not a voices family together. And also, when they have to basically, do an event. Because Harry and Meghan are doing an event on World Mental Health Day. So they want to do the same thing and try and copy Harry and Meghan. My family, and some people think that the rape can be healed. And yet William and Kate Middleton continue to be jealous of Harry and Meghan. My family, so it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. My family, They say that jealousy is the root of all evil. And my family, I have to say that is true. Jealousy is the root of all evil. And what has happened to Harry and Meghan, my family, because of jealousy from Charles, William, Kate, and Camilla? Because they can't stand to see that Harry and Meghan are truly in love, that they truly love each other, my family. I can't ever forget even that Charles and William were both angry because Harry had issued a statement to condemn racism towards Meghan, my family. But yet, you see William saying that, you know what, he's marking, you know, Black History Month. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. You can hear William say that, you know, we are very much not a racist family. Oh, please, William. Please, come on. Come on. The world can see. The world can see with their own two eyes what you've done. The world can see it, my family. And my family, people with common sense can see it. And my family, to me, I'll say this. What changed? Positions changed. When Harry and Meghan got married, immense star power. You know? Huge, huge star power that continues to this day. And no wonder even the tabloids are trying to destroy that. I even heard someone make this comment, role expert, saying that, you know what, if Harry and Meghan divorce, it could help the brand. I actually heard that, my family. You know, you can see exactly what they fear so much. This brand that Harry and Meghan have together, a powerful brand, star power, and they want that dimmed by trying to split Harry and Meghan apart. My family, because of jealousy, jealousy has made them do cruel things to Harry and Meghan, especially towards Meghan Markle. You know? So my family, basically, it's all about jealousy. Jealousy that they have towards Harry and Meghan. And no wonder they continue to try and destroy what Harry and Meghan have, to destroy Harry and Meghan's marriage. My family, I hope UK media and the firm never ever succeed in destroying what Harry and Meghan have. Now, you tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed, Kylie. I like to hear your opinion, my family. What do you believe? What made William and Charles change and turn on Harry and Meghan and poorly treat Harry and especially Meghan? What made them change? And to hear your opinion on that, my family. Stay tuned to our next video, my family. May God bless you all and love you always and forever. My family, I hope that Meghan and Harry can be able to heal from the pain that they've endured in the royal family. I really, really hope, my family, that they continue healing. Because what happened to them, my family, what happened to Harry and Meghan was just atrocious. And I hope that they can heal. He never wins, love wins. And Harry and Meghan, my advice is keep choosing love. Keep choosing love for each other and helping out others, which you are continuing to do. He never wins. Keep choosing love always and keep choosing each other and keep protecting yourselves and your kids always and forever. Harry and Meghan, know that you're loved always and forever and never ever doubt that even for a second. Stay tuned to our next video, my family. Love you always and forever and may God bless you all, my family. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video, leave a comment below, like and subscribe.
Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.